we're back. Welcome to No Cap Rebels.
Get it.
How y'all feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. You?
I'm all right. Could be better. Could be better.
Hi, how's everyone?
Damn, is that new?
What?
Is that a new look you're doing?
No, this.
Yeah.
I'm here too, just so everybody knows. I'm just here.
All right, speaking of new, we got a guest on the couch, an unfamiliar face in No Cap family. Go on and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, welcome to The Witch Switch, where we switch off everyday normal life and switch on to the witchery. My name is Michelle, and I'm here to talk about astrology today.
Let's get it.
So how are you guys doing?
We chilling. We ready. I've been waiting for this episode for 3 weeks.
Wow.
So
Damn.
let's get it,
Prepping. All right.
Yes.
I need you guys to start kicking up the goddamn.
So let's
energy.
start it off right then
With a toast
with a toast.
from the most.
All right. Out with the old, in with the new. Cheers to the future and all that we do.
Nice.
Salute.
Cheers.
That's it.
Salud.
That's it.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
PG. Woo. All right. So let's get into it. Michelle, quick backstory, your upbringing, where you from, siblings, things like that.
Okay, so I was born and raised here in New Jersey. Portuguese family.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a younger brother. And yeah, that's pretty much basic. I
What
got
were-
it. Go ahead.
What were you like in school?
In school, let's see. In grammar school, I was very social. I had lots of friends and stuff. And then when I got to high school, I became a bit of a loner.
Okay.
But I always consider myself different from a lot of girls in school. Like, for example, I'll never forget when I was in kindergarten, all my millennials know the Power Rangers, right?
course.
We all wanted to
Right.
be a certain Power Ranger.
Fuck yeah.
And I remember...
That's racist.
I'm the black one. The fuck?
all the girls wanted to be the Pink Ranger, right? They wanted to be Kimberly,
Right.
and I never understood. I always wanted to be the Yellow Ranger.
Rest in peace to the
Who
Ranger,
wants
the
to
Yellow
be a fucking bird?
Right.
Like, if you're gonna be killing putties, you want to be a fucking saber-tooth tiger. That's
Yeah.
how that
Oh,
was
hell
my
yeah, yeah.
mentality at 6
Yeah,
years old.
that's
so,
true.
Girls just because it was pink, they wanted to be Pink Ranger, and I was the only one in my grade who wanted to be yellow.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I was always different. I was always unique, and I always used to be into the whole witchcraft thing. And
About what
absolutely.
age or grade did that start?
Ever since I was little, most girls, and I watched Disney movies. Most girls wanted to be princesses and stuff. I always wanted to be like the witch. I always wanted to cast spells or whatever. I was very imaginative. So oftentimes I'd use my imagination and kind of manifest things and all
Were
that
you
stuff.
into like horror movies and stuff like that growing up?
I was growing up with my mom.
Okay.
That was our thing. We used to go to movies and we would watch all the horror movies that came out.
Okay.
So
Any extracurricular activities in school? Any clubs, sports, anything like that?
I actually in high school I was in softball, but I grew up playing piano.
Oh, dope.
So, once a week I would take lessons and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I would
that's
do that.
right.
Yeah, I did that for 9 years.
Okay. Okay, so about what age did you start taking the whole astrology thing seriously?
When I was in my early 20s, I was kind of lost. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted to be career-wise, personality-wise. I needed direction. So I was always into horoscopes. I was always into my signs. So I decided to look into deeper. And then next thing you know, it's rising signs and moon signs and all this stuff. So I would kind of start incorporating things little by little. And it's just more of a curiosity as well, too,
All right, so for those of us who don't know, could we get like a general meaning, a definition of astrology? What is it exactly?
So astrology is basically a position and movement of planets that occur during your first breath. So it's like your birth chart is basically a snapshot of all the planets and their positions and what they mean in your life. So depending on the planet, you have 12 houses. The first 6 are personal, which is your personality and identity, and the last 6 are interpersonal, is how you interact with people, experiences, career, all that stuff. Depending on the planet is where, it's highlighted in your chart. So if you have Venus in your 5th house, that means that you use the sign of Venus, which is love and compassion, into creative uses, right? So it's a lot of different things like that. But that's just what it is. It's a tool to help you understand yourself as well as those around you. And you can use it to basically incorporate certain things in your life. Like, for example, a lot of people think, oh, astrology cannot be real. Like, everyone has a destiny. Everyone's in charge of this, blah, blah, blah. It's not really set in stone. You're in charge of your destiny, your path. I just feel that whatever path you choose to take is where you are going to end up going anyway. But it's up to you whether you want to change your life for the good or for the better.
All right, so speaking of that, what do you say to the naysayers? How do you feel about that?
So I have had friends who would basically tell me, oh, astrology is not real because A, B, and C. And I let them talk. I let them say what they got to say, and I just smile at them because they're also stating an opinion, not a fact.
Right.
I know these people are the same people that have not really dived into it.
At all, yeah.
Because if they did, they would kind of have a different outlook on it. They would know that your sun sign is not just your whole entire personality.
So that's where I was with it. As far as, okay, so I'll tell you, my sign, it has characteristics with that sign. And somebody else that's the same exact sign as me, they don't act like I do. So it's like, that's what I can see where that will come in. Yeah. But if I had did my research, I dove into it, I would see that, it's reasons why they're not exactly like me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you said in your early 20s you were lost or whatever. Most times people turn to like religion and things like that. What made you look into astrology or stuff?
So I was raised Catholic.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go to my parents. We really never went to church often, and I did go to private school, so I had my own relationship with God. Right. I don't know. Like I said, ever since I was a kid, I always was fascinated with the whole witchcraft and having powers and all this stuff. I have a Gemini moon, so I'm very imaginative. Okay, like I put a lot of the way I think and stuff is that of Gemini nature, and I have also a lot of Aries placements, so I have a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity as well. So, I've always been intrigued with the unknown. And when I would...
Do you question a lot of things?
Oh, yeah.
Especially like growing up in the church, did you like question?
Let me tell you, years back when you found out that priests were basically molesting children, I know it...
You know what? A lot of times that I hear religion being questioned is usually coming from someone that grew up in a Catholic church. It's like always like something out of there.
Yeah.
So it's like, they change religions, or sometimes they turn atheists.
Let me tell you, the way I was taught religion, in the school that I went to, I thought was the best way of being taught because they weren't really like, oh, if you do this, you're going to go to hell.
Go straight to hell.
Yeah, it was more like God loves you. No matter what you do, he forgives you. You just got to be a good person. You just got to make sure you don't steal from anyone. You're going to kill, whatever. Like, he's just compassionate.
And that's cool. I'm cool with it. But it's like, okay, but that's not really what the book says. So it's like, you got to, that's where the question comes in.
Well, that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is that this book has been rewritten numerous times by monks.
Monks?
Of course, they want to establish order for the people. They want to scare people. Of course, absolutely. Okay. Mary Magdalene had her own verse, and it was taken. It was removed because she was a woman and she was a whore. Some historians have also said that Mary Magdalene. Some, I know it's fucked up.
No, yeah.
God forbid we get pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you hear that, Mary Magdalene? Don't you ever show your face around here, boy?
No, we're pro whores.
Yeah, we shot them
damn
out.
it, no mercy.
But actually, historians believe that Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ actually had a child together, and that the Holy Grail is the bloodline of Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
All right, so your sign exactly. What's your sign? What's your birthday?
April 10th.
Aries.
So it's coming up. Aries. Okay. Tomorrow is Aries season, so I'm
dope.
Super excited. I'm in my element. This is definitely why I wanted to do the show around this time. Okay. So I'm in Aries. What the fuck happened to you?
You good?
So dramatic.
Fucking trying to drink with
There's only one Grandmaster here.
I have a real beard. Why am I wearing this?
I'm a real boy.
Boy, if you own.
Crazy.
Tell us about
being real.
Aries.
All right, it's real.
Yeah, so tell us about your sign, and when did you feel like, okay, I have the characteristics of an Aries or whatnot?
Okay, so when I started reading into astrology, I was like 23, 24 when I really got into being an Aries. So some people actually questioned me like, oh, you only believe it because you started reading it, therefore you started thinking that, trying to get all psychological on me. I said, no, I knew who I was. I know these personality traits before I read this, and it was more like, oh shit, like, yeah, this is who I am. So I started to get to know myself a little better. So what's an Aries person? Aries people, depending on your maturity level, because each sign has negative and positive qualities, right? So depending on your maturity, is this how you inherit those qualities, how you bring forth to them. So Aries people are very passionate. We have no patience. Okay, when we want to do something, we want to do it right now. Okay, because we kind of have ADD, right? We are very quick to start something and very quick to get out of it.
That's very true.
So like I can get an idea, I want to do this, do that, but if I let it simmer and I don't take action on it, I'm bored. I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, we need challenge.
Very competitive, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But when you say challenge, that verbal, physical, all the above.
It depends. So, for example, it depends on your placements. Everyone's
I was
different.
gonna say that depends on the type of.
So if you
Aries
have a lot of
you're-
Aries placements, you may want to be challenged more in a physical sense. Fitness, sports, boxing, fighting, anything physical.
Definitely Aries.
Right?
A lot of Aries are in sports.
Yes,
Things like that, yeah.
they have that physical, athletic body type. And then, so for me, example, I have a lot of Gemini placements. So I like to debate. I like to be challenged mentally. I prefer mental stimulation because Gemini rules the planet of Mercury, which is communication and thinking.
They just rule the whole planet overall.
Yeah, well, Pisces too. Pisces too, actually. Yeah. Some signs share the same planet.
Okay.
And like I said, it really depends. But a challenge, whether it be verbal, physical, mental, emotional, it all depends on your placement. So,
Cool.
Do you get along with other Aries?
Male
and female.
So I have met some female Aries, yes.
Okay.
Males, I don't know, probably not.
That's a no.
That's fine.
That's a no, guys.
So I haven't really met another Aries sun, but I've met people with other Aries placements, and
No, it doesn't click.
No. It's a lot of headbutting because we both like to do things our way, and it's kind of not allowing the ego to take forth.
Got it.
So yeah, because when I want something done, because I feel that it should be done this way, like I'll keep fighting until I feel like it's not worth it anymore.
Okay, since we're talking about characteristics, okay, I guess we could do a rundown starting with January's Capricorn. We could do pros and cons of each sign.
Okay. So, all right. So we want to start January. So yes.
Wait, before we start, I was reading up.
I disagree.
Disagree with what?
With what?
I don't think you should start with January because if I'm not mistaken, I think your sign's the first sign of the zodiac, so
Yes.
we should go in zodiac.
Oh.
And Aries being the first sign of the
That's
zodiac.
how that's how we film her episodes
Okay.
in that
So
order.
do that.
we could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Start
mine.
that.
Fucking knowledge bomb.
Okay, we'll start with Aries. So Aries.
Because we just did Aries, but okay.
We did her Aries, not Aries.
All right, Cobra.
I could give a little more information. So, okay, Aries is the first of the zodiac because they represent spring. Spring represents, new beginnings and birth.
Okay.
That's why in Easter we celebrate the Easter egg and the chicken, all that shit.
Okay.
Okay, new ideas, renovating, all that. We bring in a lot of new energy. And then you have Taurus. You're a Taurus.
I like Taurus.
Tauruses are very.
Aries
Tauruses are
and
one.
Taurus are supposed to be like tight.
So Aries and Taurus, yes, they have some
But
similarities.
stubbornness. Is
Stubbornness, yes,
that's
but
right,
Taurus
so.
takes the win on it because let me tell you something. I can debate with you.
Damn.
I can debate with you, and here's why.
That's a
I
bomb.
can debate with you, and until you prove to me why I'm wrong,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand in my
Stand on
stance,
it,
right?
that's a fact.
But if you come to me, Michelle, you're wrong because of A, B, and C. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
You know what?
But Taurus, on the other hand, you can have the facts in front of them. Nah,
you know
nah,
what?
because of this and that. No, they're just gonna keep.
Do you agree, Z?
I brought cranberry raisins as a peace offering, and this is what I get.
Well, I
You know
wasn't
what?
offered.
I
any.
but see, but
How do you feel
but see,
about what she just said, though?
I was waiting for her to talk shit, so now I can't offer this.
Z, you can admit you can be stubborn at times.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so-
But then again, I'm probably the most laid back person. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
want? Yeah, okay, go ahead, do it. I don't care.
So unlike Aries,
Carlos Montillo says that he likes Tauruses like raisins.
Hey, boo.
so unlike Aries, Tauruses are a lot more patient. That's what they have against Aries.
Facts.
They're very patient. They're very laid back, but they have a very high tolerance. But once you reach that threshold, it's a side of them you don't want to see.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
dying.
They take a lot of shit. They take, but if you keep poking them, it's like if you keep hitting them in the same area, after a while, it's stubborn. What else? They're very practical and they're very fixed.
Absolutely.
So Tauruses, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio are fixed signs, meaning that they stay to a certain idea or mindset, and it's very hard to change their perspective on things.
I got a question.
Yeah.
You just said there's fixed signs.
Yeah.
Any other kind of signs?
Yeah, there are cardinal signs and mutable. So cardinal signs represent the beginning of a season. There's 3 groups of 4. You have Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn are your cardinal signs. So they represent the beginning of the season. Okay, we need change. We can't be fixated on an idea. We need to constantly be doing different things in order to, feel good, right? Mutable signs are Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius. Virgo. Meaning that they can easily adapt to a situation. They're changeable. Okay. Once you learn about these things, you can kind of realize, if you keep it in mind, you can kind of change or fixate whatever it is in your life you want to change, or even in a situation. Being that I have a lot of Gemini placements, I'm very adaptable. So I notice sometimes, especially when it comes to work, I could be really nervous to do something, and I'm overthinking in my head. As a Gemini, and then the second the spotlight's on me, it's like you would never think. I have the confidence just flows, and it's like I've done this before. This is a perfect example. Let me tell you, my mind is racing.
Oh, this.
She wouldn't like my demeanor. You would never know, right? So, that's a little bit about Gemini. Well, we're gonna get into Gemini right now. So you're a Gemini. He's like so excited.
Yeah,
he can't
he's
wait.
waiting.
So
He's waiting.
Can't wait. Now, here's the thing I want to say about Geminis. A lot of people say Geminis are fake. It's actually quite the contrary. Geminis are one of the realest people I've ever met.
Oh, can we bring them back?
Rewind that.
See here now. Yeah, see, this is what I've been trying to tell people. It's not that we fake. It's just that we're multi-faced, I guess you could say, because every situation is different. So with that person for that situation,
Again,
and to it, we don't like explain ourselves too much. So it's like you may perceive it as we're fake towards that, but it's never that.
But like I said, Gemini are mutable
Yeah.
energy, so you guys can easily adapt like a chameleon to any situation at a given time. And you guys are not fake. Just because the twins represent you, it's just your light and your dark side. Think of an angel and a devil.
Everybody has that. But some people are just more clear on, explaining,
Yeah. Well, Gemini rules communication. So when you guys are in a space where you need to voice your opinion or tell someone how it is, you have no problem doing it. You keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of Geminis. And there's something about your voice, too. Like, when you guys are, like, upset, there's something in your voice that just can shake a person. Every Gemini I've been around that I've heard them, like, get upset, it's just something in their voice. I'm like, ooh. Like, whoa, the energy just changed in here. But, again, real. They don't fake shit. They tell it like it is. They don't hold back. They don't give a fuck. That's what's cool about them. They don't give a shit. They say what they got to say and be done with it. Any other questions before I move on?
Yeah, you good.
No. I'm gonna let it slide. Go ahead. Keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah, keep
All
going.
right.
What's the next sign?
Next time we have Cancer. Cancers, they say Cancers are like the crybabies of the zodiac. They're very sensitive.
Right.
They can shut down when feeling too many emotions or not being able to handle it. So their way of processing things is just kind of, okay, block.
Right.
And they're going to keep to themselves. And it's like, sometimes they'll pinch you and then they hide in their shell.
That's true. My
They
little
sulk.
brother is a Cancer.
So
He's the same
so
way.
can we
He's a
conclude from this that most of the country is Cancer? Is that
Biden is
fair?
a Cancer, right?
Yeah, he's 100% Cancer.
Okay,
I
cool.
think Biden's full cancer.
He's super Cancer?
I don't know. Should we look that up before we
No,
say
bro,
that?
we should- we put that out there.
No,
He's
we
a
just-
Scorpio. Biden's a Scorpio.
We
Before
we
we get
just
fact-checked,
established.
He's a Scorpio. 100%.
We just established it. All right.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
Let me see. Leo.
Leo. I like Leo.
So, Leos are another fire sign. Leos are very prideful. They love the attention. Okay. It's interesting. My cousin Sandra is a Leo, and she said something that I'm always going to use because it was the most like Leo thing I've ever heard, but she
Okay.
didn't even realize it. So Leos, most of them can kind of be all up in your face, like, this is who I am, A, B, and C, like, give me the attention, give me the gratification, right?
Right.
And she would tell me, she goes, Michelle, she goes, I feel like I'm not like most Leos. I don't need that type of attention. I said, yeah, but remember the one time you told me that there could be 100 people in the room, but if there's one person out of that 100 people that doesn't like you, you're going to focus all your attention on them? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's
damn.
attention seeking, Sandra.
Got 'em.
And she goes, I hate you.
Got him. Okay.
You said Leo is fire sign, right?
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Is fire, water, air?
Fire, water, air, and earth.
Could you explain that real
Yeah,
quick
absolutely.
before we go forward? With
So
the
yeah,
sign?
so fire signs are very passionate. They're enthusiastic and they're opportunists. So, like a flame, whenever they're lit up, they can make anything happen. They can make anything manifest. In tarot, especially, they're the wands. So, wand energy is being opportunistic, getting things, going after what you want, having confidence, charisma, compassion. That's fire, There's two ways with fire. It can heat your home or burn it down. Depends on you.
Okay.
All right?
And the way how these go is straight by month, or is it like skipped around?
So it's skipped around. So you have Aries, fire, Taurus, earth, Gemini, air, Cancer, water, and then it goes back to Leo, fire, and then the order goes back.
Is it a reason why it's skipped around like that? Or?
To be honest, I'm not too sure about it. Like, gotcha. I'm an enthusiast, but there's still so much to learn. It's so broad. And I think that's why it's under the category of pseudoscience rather than an actual science, because there's so much into it. There's so much that ties together that it really, I would think it would take probably a really, really long time to figure out and find its actual source, like the root of where it stems from.
So from Leo, we got Virgo.
Mm-hmm. Virgo is an earth sign. I'm not crazy about Virgo either.
Virgos, I feel like, well, for me,
sorry, not sorry.
I'm not an astrologist, but I see Virgos are like, they're perfectionists, but they put their perfections on other people versus like looking to themselves.
It's interesting you say that.
They're the type of people that is like, they can see the flaws and everything fucked up in everybody else except for them. It's like,
right. And you know what?
You?
You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, that's where I say that you have some immature and mature, what I like to call evolved and unevolved people. So when you have the negative aspects of a Virgo, yes, you tend to act like that. But what I find interesting about that too is that you say that Virgo people are too busy judging other people and not taking a look at themselves. You have a Virgo moon?
Nah, I don't got that.
Damn.
I gotta see that.
Got him.
And that's funny because he was just judging the fucking Virgos.
Pull up
He was just judging the
Exposed.
Pull up that chart, I gotta see
He's a
that.
fake.
So your inner thoughts and emotions, how you process them, is that of a Virgo state.
I be judging on the inside. I feel like we all be judging on the inside.
So,
but I don't put that on.
But let me ask you something.
Yes.
So you have a Virgo moon, which Virgos and Capricorns are very hard on themselves
I like Capricorn.
on different ways though. Virgos are very critical of themselves because their aesthetic is perfection. They're the virgin.
100%.
So they try to obtain that perfect kind of image, right? Okay. Capricorns, on the other hand, are very hard on themselves when it comes to how they work and how they do things.
100%.
Never good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how they're hard on themselves. I could always do more. I could always do this.
And we're shut down to make sure that they got.
But without that, they cannot be ambitious. Without that, it wouldn't fuel them to achieve great things. Capricorns are very admirable. I know some of them that achieved so much because they see tunnel vision. My father is a Capricorn.
That is a Capricorn. Yeah, right?
Damn.
My father is a Capricorn.
What's your mom's sign?
My mom's a Scorpio.
My mom's a Leo.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you, my parents' relationship is very like,
that's
it just flows.
Yeah.
But anyway, Capricorns, like, look, my father in his company started off in shipping, was a high school dropout. The man is the vice president of sales in his company now,
Fire.
making over $100K a year.
Shout out to Pops.
Yep. Hi, Dad.
Import export needs.
So, like I said, very admirable. When they're focused and dedicated, they can achieve anything. Okay, but going back to you, so I want to ask you something. Let's go a little off topic here.
Wait, are we on like what we was on?
We went off topic. We went off topic 3 times already.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's finish.
Fine,
finish out the signs, and then we have to go back to explaining the elements
Oh yeah.
because we've skipped off of that, and then we got onto something else. So let's. What were these?
Do we
This
though?
is my Aries Mercury. I just-
Do we though? Do we have to do that?
We're on the best sign of them all. Libra, let's get it. What's up with Libra?
Shout out to the Libras.
Yeah, shout out to Libra. That's what we're here
I'm gonna
for.
need a drink first.
Shit, let's toast.
Libras ain't shit.
All right.
Man,
Libras.
I'll fight a Libra. I'll fight a Libra. I don't care.
Shit.
Yeah, I fuck with
I'll
Libras ain't
fight a
shit.
Libra right now. I don't give a shit.
I thought you said zebra. I was like, oh.
All right.
No nature on the animals.
Libras are
no.
supposed to be that of balance and justice, right?
Libras are supposed to be that bitch.
Notice how you're the only one laughing. So, exactly. Libras know how to entertain themselves. They could be in a room by themselves. They would have no problem. Okay. They can be very diplomatic, very balanced. Don't laugh because you're a Libra rising and you're a police officer. That is the Libra aesthetic right there. Okay. So
He's special.
they can be very indecisive.
100%.
That's their stereotype, right?
But it's facts.
You know, yes, my brother's Libra, and surprisingly enough, he told me, yeah, you know, I looked up my Libra sign, and he says, they say they're very decisive. He goes, I am indecisive. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm very indecisive. He said to me, sometimes I don't make a decision because I don't know what to pick. And I told him,
What?
yeah, he'll just kind of lay back. I said, Andrew, you do realize that not making the decision is still
Yeah, a decision.
You know what I'm saying? So, he's like, you know.
Damn.
Got him.
I know sometimes
Damn.
people's lives.
Damn, dog.
Sometimes I think, they're also known to be very fake.
Now listen, hold on,
100%.
hold
Damn.
on, hold on,
100%.
hold on. Listen,
Because they're
listen,
they
hold
wear,
on.
unlike, you know
Hold
what's
on.
funny?
No, listen, we go.
Hold on, though. Hold on. Okay, listen, I'm not a Libra.
You're a Libra rising.
But there's got to be something nice about them.
No, we're
there
gonna get
is
to that.
some.
We're
We're
gonna get to
gonna
that.
get to it. We're gonna
She
get to
did
it.
the
Yeah,
negative.
easy,
I feel like
Sorry.
Libras are getting fisted
No,
right now.
they good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's
Not
continue.
yet.
let's
Not
go.
yet.
So you said fake,
Libras
right?
don't mind a little pain. So what was I saying?
Fake.
Fake.
Yes,
Fake
that's
and
the
weak.
stereotype that they're fake. I just think, you know, they're just always changing. They're cardinal air. So depending on the situation, they'll not only adapt, but they'll change to kind of fit into the mold. They keep it real. They keep it real. Like if they got something to say to you, and they'll say it. They're also very judgmental and critical of other people too, like Virgos.
Yeah.
I feel like Virgos compare themselves in the situation by being critical, by thinking they're perfect. Libras, I think they do it in terms of kind of being superior, or it's out of insecurity, I should say.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hit it on the head. Okay, so my thing with Libras. Okay, so my ex was a Libra.
Okay.
And I had my heart
Oh,
ripped out
no.
of my chest.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no.
I just feel you know, if you look up Gemini, the compatibility with compatibility. That's the word.
Yes.
Okay, with Libra, it's like spot on. Like
Yeah,
it's supposed
'cause
to
they're
be
both air
the
elements.
twins like balance the scale out and this, that, and the third. And I feel like that shit was wrong. So maybe our moons and suns and shit was fucked up. But
Yeah, so she
I just
can-
had a bad experience.
Although
I'm
she
all
could be a
over it.
Libra, she can have a lot of different personality or zodiac signs that are not compatible to yours, and that could bring it. There's also, you have your modality, your yin and your yang. So you know what yin and yang
Yeah.
is. So you have air and fire, which is your masculine energy, and earth and water, which is your feminine. So if you actually have you have 83% yin energy. So you have a lot of
Weak.
feminine energy.
Weak.
Yeah. I actually no.
Weak.
Excuse
No, no,
me.
weak.
Excuse me.
I-
Feminine
No, no.
energy is not weak.
No, let them laugh. Let them laugh. I actually looked it up, and it said that I did. It actually
Yes.
said that.
So you're more intuitive, you're more
Aw.
empathetic,
Yeah. I
and
don't
you're
care
very
about that.
introverted.
Yeah.
Good for you. Show
Yeah.
that
Fuck
Leo
out of here.
rising.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
the
fuck
same.
everyone.
I'm the same way too.
Yes.
So he's a
In my
transgender?
chart.
So interestingly enough, Alberto
Hello?
and Joey. Why are you laughing? Alberto and Joey over here.
You're a Libra too?
No.
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 But listen,
He's an Aquarius.
Alberto, listen to what she's gonna say right here.
So in modality, Alberto has 67% masculine energy and 33% yin. So he has a lot of masculine energy. I mean, he's balanced between air and fire. I've checked his chart. He has a good mix of both.
My
right?
boyfriend.
Can
So
we not talk about charts yet? Can we keep going through the zodiac?
Relax, bro.
anyway, so Joey over here has a lot of yin energy.
Huh?
He has a lot of yin energy. So he has about 67% yin and 33% yang. So they both have the same percentages, but just opposite.
All right, real quick before we go to the next sign. All right, I brought up the couple compatibility. How like spot on is that? If you dating a guy and you look up his sign, what is Like, what's that? You would have to actually look into the moon, the sun, the birth chart, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So if I want to see who he is as a person, yes, I'll check his moon and his rising and his sun sign. If I want to be in a relationship, I'll check his Venus.
What is that?
Your Venus sign is how you love. Your Mercury sign is how you communicate.
Okay.
And your Mars is also how you take action, initiative, anger, and sex.
Okay.
So, you put, those are your 6 personal placements. So, you kind of put those into perspective and compare.
All right. So Scorpio.
Scorpios.
Question.
Yeah.
We actually had a question that kind of touched on the compatibility
In the chat.
in the chat.
Shut up, stupid bitch. So again, Carlos asks, what approach can astrology have on signs that are compatible with one another that can make better friends or partners? I know you just answered that you would have to go through all the charts, but so that's the main approach, is going through the charts and seeing how one person in their chart is compatible with another person in their chart.
I mean, yeah. And again, it also has to do with where you are in your life, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not there, emotionally or, mature wise, like, you guys are just not gonna vibe. Like, you also have to be on the same page. And then, yes, you would then be able to compare. I mean, look, astrology is not the whole premise of everything.
Right. But I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Like, I believe in astrology 100%, but I do believe psychology rules over everything.
So disclaimer, just because somebody's sign says it's matching, or that doesn't mean that's gonna work 100%. Just off of that.
Yeah, but you also have to understand yourself and the person.
Yeah,
if you want to make it work.
The world's not that black and white. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. So,
So Scorpio.
Okay, so Scorpios, they say...
Fuck with Scorpio.
I like Scorpios, too. My mother's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio rising, so my whole self-image and, my outer presence is that of a Scorpio nature. Scorpios are like Cancers, but in leather jackets.
Scorpios are...
They're the bikers.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
mean, they're
They're secretive.
they're very
but
secretive.
It's dope when you meet one and they'll open up.
Yeah,
to you. 'Cause
absolutely.
It'll be just you.
Yes,
A Scorpio was the most loyal relationship I ever had. A Scorpio.
they can be.
Oh shit.
It depends. I think Scorpio women are the most loyal. The men,
100%.
not so much.
Okay.
And I'm not just talking in experience. I know some that have always not been very faithful. But when they love you for life. And like you said, they are very secretive. They like to keep mysterious outlook because
Right.
they're observing people a lot. They're always looking.
Creeping.
Yeah.
And then like a Scorpio too. A Scorpio is like quiet and blends in and stings them.
Because they're too busy observing everyone else.
Right.
That's why.
All right, what's the next sign?
Sagittarius.
Oh my
Sag.
God. I
Oh, you
got
know?
it.
Stop hitting the fucking mic.
She needs more refill.
Oh, yeah, refill. We refill
Okay.
there.
I didn't eat all day, so I've been
Oh,
running
that's a
around
good
all
idea.
day.
That's
I
always
know.
smart.
It's
Okay, Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. So
I hate
Sagittarians
Sagittarius.
love to debate. They're another fire sign.
I
They
fake
love to
like them,
debate.
but now I hate them.
Yeah, they could be in your face, like throwing their opinions down your throat. You know, they like to kind of come off like they know it all. They're very blunt. They're very honest, but they could be one of the chillest and nicest people.
So I just posted this not too long ago. I saw a quote that said y'all spiritual motherfuckers be the most like shady people. Like I used to know this girl, like she was like real into like the crystals and super spiritual, and she's a Sag. And yeah, she was like that. Like she was like a shady ass.
Well, Sages are also mutable too, like a Gemini. So I guess when appropriate, they can kind of adapt to any situation or play a character that they feel sees fit.
Okay, maybe she saw that fit.
Yeah, perhaps.
Touche.
She saw you were fake, so she was fake. There you go.
All right, December.
Capricorn's next.
Capricorn,
Capricorns get money.
Yes, they're all about money. They strive for material.
They're all about that
possessions.
blue cheese.
Capricorns in tarot are considered the devil energy, so that means that they're very materialistic, and some of them will rise to the top. They don't care who they step on to gain that wealth.
Pisces, I don't like Pisces.
That's not next. They got Aquarius first.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you dare.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh shit.
The Aquarius.
Oh shit.
No
Aquarians.
mercy. I like Aquarius.
Aquarius is they're chill.
Mad
They're
Aquarius
chill.
friends. Yeah.
I actually like to compare them to the Mardi Gras faces.
No
like
shit.
you either get the happiest, go lucky, joking
Facts.
side of them, or you can get their very negative, sulking, like
Never met a
never
negative
don't you don't even
person.
want to deal with them.
Right.
Okay, I know that nobody's mentioned the obvious elephant in the room, but We grew up together. We are
What?
cousins.
No way.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
What?
You're lying.
This is crazy.
You guys didn't know that?
No.
Wait.
Okay. So favorite cousins?
Put him on the spot.
Damn. He said,
Okay, so growing up, were you two compatible? Like,
Him and I were very close.
Dope.
We're both Gemini moons.
dope.
So a lot of how we think and process is that of the same
The
nature.
vibe.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
He's 2 months older than me.
Oh, dope.
So our mothers were pregnant at the same time.
Racist.
You know, our families were close and stuff then.
You're so
Yeah, really.
Eat another raisin, you fucking asshole.
We have a comment in the chat.
What they say?
Joey's too cute.
hey.
I know it was Carlos. I know it was Carlos.
No.
Okay, keep going.
So Aquarius.
They're also considered the most unique and like the weirdos of the zodiac. Like
Definitely weirdos.
if you see anyone with like a
go.
weird aesthetic, it's probably Aquarius.
I'm so fucking weird, guys. You have no idea the shit that goes on.
Nah, I fuck with Aquarius. All right, so Pisces.
Pisces
I
are
hate
considered the most intuitive and spiritual out of the zodiac. It's funny, a lot of the signs you hate you actually have in your
Don't
chart.
tell
I'm
me that.
sorry.
Don't say that.
But I'm gonna
I
have to
can't
tell
wait.
you.
I
gotta see the
can't
proof.
wait for
I
I'm
gotta
that.
see
gonna
the
tell
proof.
you.
I can't wait for that part.
Wait a second. Hey man, are you okay? Do you hate yourself?
No, I'm good, bro. This is the signs that she's naming. I gotta see the proof though.
There's a lot of
Are you
hate.
sure?
We'll get
I
there.
gotta see
We'll
the
get
proof.
Like
there.
we'll hug it out at the end of the episode, man.
Gotta see the proof, bro.
Okay.
They're like I said, very intuitive. So anyone who is a Pisces, follow your intuition because that is your guide.
Fuck y'all.
Look, Jesus Christ was born in December, but he's not a Capricorn.
Oh, I was about to say if Jesus was a Pisces, then I'll take it back.
No, if you think about it, you see that the fish is his symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fish is a symbol.
Yeah, the fish is the
No,
symbol.
but that's
That's-
Catholic though.
That's Catholicism,
I'm
correct?
Christian. So he's born on Christmas.
He's a Capricorn.
No.
Perfect.
Okay. Yes, he was born on Christmas, but are we really going to compare Jesus Christ to the devil? I mean, come on.
What's the devil sign?
Taurus.
Capricorn.
Get the.
In tarot, it's the Capricorn.
So we can't compare. So technically we can't compare
Yeah.
Jesus and the
The
devil.
reason why, no.
way.
Okay.
You know what? Let's
So,
talk- let's
hold
not
on.
get into that.
If you want to go
Yeah, that's
in,
what, yeah, that's a.
if you want to go light into dark side, yes, you can say Jesus Christ had a light and a shadow side, which would be,
No, but he's all good though, no?
yes, he is all, but he was also half human.
Okay.
We don't
Human.
know the bad parts. I'm sure Jesus Christ did some shit, that we don't know about. He was human too, as also divine. He was a demigod. But they say he was like a Pisces because he was intuitive and he had a higher power. He didn't take anything personally. People that would kind of make fun of him or go against what he said, he just didn't react. He's like, obviously, the way I see it, he's probably like, you know what, you got something wrong with you. It's not on me. And I'm just going to love you anyway because you need that, bro. Like, that can't be any more Pisces than that.
Okay.
It's not a Capricorn. Was your dad like that? Capricorns
No.
do not like emotional affection.
At all. No,
Exactly.
no.
So you can't say Jesus was a Capricorn. Can't.
You're right.
You know?
I like
No.
Jesus. Jesus parted things.
That's my dude.
Yeah.
So
Jesus part of the sea.
He parted things.
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
things.
yeah. Okay.
Remember, I was there.
Yeah.
Good man.
If you remember the Grandmaster Z episode, he hung
Good
out
man.
with Jesus while they were parting things.
so we just did our Pisces.
That's it. That's all 12.
I can't count that high. Is that
Yeah, I was
12?
about to say Pisces after. Oh, because so many Aries.
All
Okay,
right.
so Michelle did birth charts for us.
Yes.
So let's get starting with Z. I want to hear Z's.
All right.
Yeah, same.
You know she's gonna start hating.
Mr. Raisin
You
Brand
already
over
know.
here.
There's a question in the chat before you guys get all
What's the
too deep in.
question?
Oh, we gonna get
Does
real deep.
astrology and camel pants go hand in hand?
She's in disguise.
Oh,
It's interesting. Okay, I will say this. All right, whoever this is. So Aries season is tomorrow. The archetype is that of a warrior, soldier. So
let's get it.
I kind of decided to play a little bit into the character. So
Boom.
yes, it does. Thank you very much. My Aries and
Dang.
Mercury say
She
with
just
such
answered
conviction.
that question.
Oh,
Yep, it was him.
oh, it's him. Got it.
These are good, by the way.
See, thank you.
All right, Z.
Oh boy.
All right.
It's Michelle on scene.
Okay. let's see what I can remember. Aquarius rising, which explains the whole. So I'm going to say the story about how I not even met, the first interaction with him.
Oh yeah.
Because you got to put this on the show.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's eating raisins.
Ladies and gentlemen, please strap in. You're about to hear a great story.
I don't know if I should ask you this before or after, but when you say rising and falling and stuff like that,
There's no falling.
okay,
just
rising is not rising to each sign. Does that mean that they're more of the person of that other sign than their actual sign?
No. So rising represents your outer self. How you
Oh,
portray it's the mask you wear to the outside world.
Got it.
Job interviews, people you
Got
meet
it,
for the
got it,
first
got it.
time.
But your actual sign is you.
Your personality, your ego is your sun sign.
Whiskey.
Your moon sign is your inner thoughts and emotions. It's the
Okay.
side of you that maybe your close family and relationship partners know of you.
Perfect.
Okay?
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So how you perceive yourself is that of an Aquarius nature. So you
That's
like
what I
to
can
stir
see
a
that.
little controversy. You like jokes.
Shit.
You're very unique. But
I can either confirm or deny these
when
accusations.
I found out that Dario's rising sign was in fact an Aquarius, it made sense to me because the first interaction I had with Dario was
Tell him.
on.
Wait, that's your cousin too?
No.
If he was, this story would have gotten really
That's what
weird.
I'm in really Alabama-ish right now.
Yeah, especially with what I'm about to say.
Hey, look here, we don't
I
do that
can't.
kind of thing around here.
No, sir.
Small world.
So recently I decided to go on the Facebook dating app, right?
Okay.
So I'm on it. One night, I get a message from someone named Abraham.
What?
Right? This guy asks me,
Not her cousin.
he goes,
Not a cousin. Not
he
your
goes,
cousin.
he
No,
goes,
Abraham is not her cousin.
Okay, cool.
he goes, I need to ask, do you like raisins? I'm like, what the fuck? I see the picture. I'm like, yo, I'm being set up right now. I'm being fucking set up. So I reach out to him. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I literally go on the no cap page on Instagram. I said, is Dario a middle name? I'm like, is this fucking real name Abraham? I look, I see it's not. So I go to my cousin, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this is so fucking immature, stupid.
So just do you like raisins? Just know.
Yeah, I gotta ask, do you like raisins?
Question mark.
So I
Don't
asked
forget,
him.
my man cares about punctuation.
Yes. Spell it right.
That's
Question
how-
mark.
Of course, you should have proper grammar. I mean, how else do you expect
So
people to know
wait.
what you're talking about?
Go ahead.
So he's like, yeah, that's just something he asks people. I said, clearly he didn't read my page. So I go to him. Wow, oh God, what did I say? I said to him, why didn't you ask me March 19th? I said, when I read your life and I put all these details down.
Yeah. She started cussing me out. But she never answered. So, do you like
yeah,
Because
raisins?
you're
So on the
supposed to ask me
show.
today.
All right, so
So on
do
the
you
show,
like
once and for
raisins?
all.
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
do. I actually enjoy raisins.
Really?
I do. I love them in trail mixes. And you've ever had goobers? The chocolate covered
Oh,
ones?
yes.
They're good.
Did you bring a box of raisins as a
Yeah, where are my raisins, bro?
pardoning gift?
There's
Is
some
it there?
here.
Is it right there?
There's no. I think that's empty. There you go.
No, there's your raisins.
As a peace offering.
Now you could say that
Yeah.
So
you gave raisins
Exactly.
to one of the girls.
See?
That you
Facebook
said, do
dating.
you like raisins?
It gets you somewhere.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. I tip my hat.
so yeah, Aquarian rising
Okay.
makes sense. They're like I
So
said,
funny
considered the
guy.
weirdos of the zodiac,
Yeah, weirdo.
and they
Yeah,
like to
definitely
be. They're all about comedy and making people laugh.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
they're,
true.
like I said, very unique, and they like to stir up a little controversy.
But on the inside,
So what inside is a Taurus sun.
yeah.
So very practical, has a very strict and fixed way of thinking and communicating.
I can see that. You accomplished.
I'm a conspiracy theorist.
But
She's accomplished.
yes,
in things.
You know what I'm saying?
that actually could be part of. Hold on, I'm trying to think of what placement. Maybe your Taurus Mercury. Both of you have Taurus Mercuries, and both of you are Virgo moons.
Hey.
We
Both
let-
of you guys.
Now, if somebody's a Virgo moon, what does that mean exactly?
So, like Marv said earlier, Virgos, personality-wise, sun Virgos are very critical, of other people, and like you said, they will put that criticism on other people, tell them how to do things, but they won't add that.
But what
that
I mean
advice
is
to their lives.
What I mean was like, was the moon in the Virgo constellation when they
when that
were
person
born?
was born, absolutely.
Okay.
So,
All
we're about to enter the full moon in Libra on the 28th. So those born around that time will have a Libra moon as their inner thoughts. And
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
so
if I'm a Libra, when the Libra moon comes, I'm gonna be like the best Libra possible.
No, it's fucking
I don't. There's no such thing as being the best.
Okay.
No, there's not.
I'm the fucking best.
Or like I will be my full Libra self. I'll be like all of the best characteristics in me will shine through.
No,
When my moon is out.
if you're just a moon, you just think and process your emotions that of a
Better?
Libra.
Okay.
So, I mean, that will come with indecision, I guess. Like always having to vacillate between two different things, because Libras are air signs, so they're logical. They like to think of all things possible before making a decision. And unlike their opposite sign, Aries, Aries is, we're confident enough where once we think of a decision, okay, this is the decision, we need to do it now. We need to go and get it done. Whereas Libras are still contemplating, I don't know if I should do this. Maybe this would be better. No, this would be more. It's just too much. And then they can't make a decision. And then you need people to kind of help them out and do it for them. So,
All right, so let's get back to Dee's birth chart.
yeah.
And let's try to keep it tight so that we can get through his and then get over to Marv's. And then once we get through his tight birth chart, we'll move on over to my tight birth chart.
Oh, we're discussing yours too?
What?
Yeah,
Well, you get it from me all the time.
Yeah, but they don't.
No cap people want to know.
the no cap.
They don't.
They want to know.
We're
the
all
real numbers.
learning.
Okay. All right.
If there's time, we'll do me. If there's not,
Well, do you?
There's always time to do you.
There's always time to do you, Bobby.
if there's no time to do me, I'll just finish off in the
All
corner.
right. All right.
Oh, shit.
So I'll make it general because you're a Virgo moon too. Virgo moons, they could be very demanding, very practical. Again, can be self-critical, so you got to be careful. I'll get to yours when we get to you. I'll discuss what I have questions on for you. You, on the other hand, you're an Aquarius rising with a Virgo moon, so I could see you being a lot more logical and realistic in your approach to life. Okay, and especially when it comes to material possessions and money and wealth. Okay.
Bitcoin motherfuckers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what I found interesting about yours is that we have some similar traits.
Of course you do. I'm Grandmaster Z.
He's got similar traits with everyone.
Okay.
Raisins.
Yeah, raisins.
So you are an Aquarius rising, a Taurus sun, a Virgo moon, and Taurus and Mercury, both of yous. So you speak that of a Taurus, very practical, very slow though to form an opinion.
Yes.
Okay, you don't like to force your opinion out there.
If you noticed, he was hating on everything. Well, I just chill. I don't
That
hate
is
nothing.
very true. That's true.
All right, you get that.
I don't hate
No,
nothing.
no.
Take
the
my
Virgo
time.
moon.
That's the Virgo moon.
just shining out.
Yeah.
Take my time to hate.
Yeah, but then again, you're a Taurus, so you're more laid back. It doesn't take much for you to have
And
to say
I get
something.
that. I
you're
get that.
a Gemini,
I
so
get that.
you're very opinionated.
So the first night I ever met him, we spent like 3 hours talking about this movie. That
How
I'm
far
working
did
on.
we travel into space?
dude? And
That's
Aquarius
listen,
rising right
and
there.
listen. Not every sign would have
Holy
sat there
shit.
and listened to me speak like that for all those hours.
No,
but
that was
you
awesome.
did, bro.
That was
Super
awesome.
laid back, and I took you on a ride.
Yes.
And that was a fucking. That was
He
an awesome
blew
night.
my mind. You know,
That movie's coming
in a
out.
good way.
2045.
Tell you 45.
Holy
2045.
shit.
Calling it.
Okay. So yeah, went to Taurus Mercury, and then you have Aries and Venus. I have an Aries and Venus. So your planet of love is ruled by the sign of Aries. So when you're in a relationship, you could be very giving. Probably put that other
Sadly.
person before yourself.
Sadly.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with
It's not
that. You
sad,
just got to be able to delegate the two. I have the same issue. Very passionate, and sometimes, and let me see what else kind of threw me off there. See, now I'm drawing a blank, and that's my own personal sign. I'm trying to. It's like all my experiences just out the window.
It happens. it's my ugly
try to block the trauma.
With Taurus?
I do.
No.
I do bring
Aries-
trauma.
Aries Venus.
Yes.
No, we're just very passionate. We put the other person above us. We're very giving, and we like to think ahead. A lot of people don't do that. People like to live in the moment, and I think Aries
100%.
people like to think ahead. They like to plan, especially when you have a lot of Earth energy into your sign. You're very you're realistic, and you like to kind of simmer ideas and like to plan ahead.
Yes.
And you also like to move with speed. Aries are very quick to
Fast
do
as
things.
fuck, boy. I told you this. I was just telling him this morning
What?
that I was fast as fuck and like, let me. How could I say this?
Fast
Live.
as fuck, boy.
But anyway,
Fast
yes,
in what regards?
in everything. Yes, sexually too.
Fast.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Okay.
But no, go ahead.
So
Does that
Maybe.
have anything to do with the zodiac?
saying-
maybe.
Yeah, what
Well,
is that?
no. He's not too far off. So okay, now we're gonna go into your Mars planet. So your Mars represents and how you take initiative, action, your anger, as well as your sex drive.
So what's his Mars?
Gemini, mine too.
Also the best.
So Gemini, is just like Aries. And it's funny you say fast because actually right now the planet Mars is in Gemini right now. So all of the energy, if you're feeling like everything you want to do, be really quick with anything, the Mars energy is actually duplicated because it's in the sign of Gemini, which is the two twins. So all of that energy out there is now times 2. It's like a boost. It's like Nas. So if you feel yourself doing things in a very quick manner or you have lots of energies to get stuff done, it's because of the Mars in Gemini right now. So
Okay.
our Mars sign is actually in our natal planet right now. The way we communicate is very fast. As a Mars Gemini, you get things done by communication.
Okay.
Speaking, you know how to get things done your way. You know how to kind of, stir the pot. You know when to say things, when not to say things. Okay? So, again, this is very general.
Right.
Okay? Because as I was going into both yours, I decided, maybe I can incorporate tarot. And then tarot went from here and then from here. And then I just do this. So, I had to back off. But those are your main 6 planets. So you have a lot of slow-paced energy in Taurus. But then again, you have that balance with the Gemini and the Aries placements in the sign of love and action of initiative. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Marv.
Let's get it.
All right, Leo rising. So when you walk in a room, everyone, just like how it happened today, yo, Marv, everyone's in here. This guy just radiated. He loved the
Oh my
attention.
God, I'm about
You have
to
a
tear
big
up.
smile in his face, bro. Leos love the
no.
attention. They love the praise. They love the
But it's
admiration.
depending on from who though. Because if I don't like people, then I don't want no attention from them.
Because he's always late. We're surprised he's here
Oh
on time.
no.
That's fine.
Oh
I'll take
no.
it. I gotta make it great interest.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. But you like to also hold a certain persona as well. You like to come off as strong, dominant. You want to be respected. Okay, that's Leo characteristics right there. Like I said, your moon's a Virgo. So Virgos are self-critical. So let me ask you something. As a moon in Virgo, do you often find yourself criticize how you come off to people in first impressions or how you introduce yourself to a certain situation or anything like that? Do you ever reflect or go back in retrospect?
100%. I could be up till 2 a.m. in the morning thinking about, damn, I could have, went about the situation this way, or why did I say that, or why didn't I say something? Because I don't really act on impulse. I'm more so I wait, let it play out, and then come back around when I collect my thoughts. Usually,
So you're more analytical.
Usually when a situation comes up, like a million things going through my head, so I'll just wait it out, and then I regret it at the end. Like I should have just.
Yeah. So that is the battle that you face. So especially as you being a Gemini, the two twins, you have your confident side of the Leo, but then you have your also insecure, introverted. I don't want to say introverted, but more of self-critical side
Definitely
of your
introverted,
Virgo.
yeah.
So you gotta have to learn to focus. So you gotta balance those two entities and not be so hard on yourself, but then also remain humble and not be so arrogant as well.
Right.
Okay. So that's something I think you should kind of learn how to balance if you're having trouble in that area.
So the arrogance comes from, okay, so after you explain yourself to someone so many times, and it's like they hell bent on looking at you the wrong way, or they just have their opinions. It's like, okay, well at that point, I don't care how I come off. So it's like it is what it is. You may take it this way, but my intentions aren't bad or negative.
Right.
But
And that's, again, as a Gemini sun, Geminis are very often misunderstood.
Trump, Kanye West, like all throughout history is like Gemini's the same
Of course, because they're playing two people. Like, Gemini.
But I can say I can relate to all of them, because it's the same thing. It's like, when people are hell bent or misunderstand you, at a certain point, it doesn't matter how I come across. It is what it is. You want to take it how you take it. It is what it is.
And that's something that, as a Gemini, you
I
kind of
just
have
know
to
my
learn to
intentions
incorporate.
are negative.
Yeah, of course. And I understand you entirely. Like, my moon's a Gemini, my Mars is in Gemini. So the way I talk,
right.
and my Mercury's in Aries. So sometimes even in Aries, we're very blunt, and sometimes we're the type of signs that we do first and then think after. Okay, so that's a double-edged sword right there. So not only am I blunt, and not only do I speak with conviction sometimes, but sometimes it comes out in a way that can be very misconstrued. But my intentions are pure.
Exactly.
You know.
So question. Do you look back and think or regret that you're like that?
Oh, like, do I regret that I'm like that?
That you
No,
feel like
I've learned
after the situation, okay, what happened, and you was blunt or something like that, and someone got you misconstrued, misunderstood. Do you sit back and like, damn, maybe I should have went about it this way,
when I was younger, yes.
Okay.
Now that I'm in my 30s, it's just like I'm starting to not to give a
Don't
shit.
care, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No fucks
The
given.
older you get, the more you
Yeah.
just don't give a shit. I have learned who I am through astrology. I've learned to incorporate the positive as well as the negative aspects, and try to incorporate it on situations. Try to catch myself. Try to use the negatives as positives, and use the positives to my advantage. So, with that said, you either you're what I've also learned, Psychology 101. What people's projections on you are just a reflection of themselves. So if someone wants to come to you when you're minding your own business saying, you know what, you're too much this and that, it's actually a reflection on them.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of have to learn to just be like, okay, see where it comes from, and just let it be done with it. As long as your intentions are good, that's all that matters, really. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can try to explain to someone, but...
What people think of you, that's none of your business.
Yep.
That's how I look at it.
Damn. I got a lot of shitty people at my
I
workplace.
have a question. What do the planets signify?
Yeah, okay, yeah, too. As far as like birth chart, you said when I was born,
Yeah, like what does the moon?
that?
What does the moon mean? What does the Mars mean? Venus, Jupiter, all the what is? In short little answers, what does each one kind of fall into the realm of?
All right. So your sun sign is the sign of your personality and your ego. So everyone's sun sign is in a different house. Okay. So that just means that wherever your sun sign is on your chart, the 12 houses, that's where it's going to be illuminated in your life. So, for example, my sun sign's in my 5th house of creativity, bringing things into fruition, childlike innocence, all of that. Mine is that of an Aries nature. So Aries are the first of the zodiac, so they have a childlike stance. I have a lot of childlike enthusiasm. I get excited over little things. Like, I could be very impulsive, and when someone says no to me, it fucking makes me very angry, and I throw temper tantrums. I can get really mad. Like, if there's anything in my hand, I just throw it. Like, I just have to get rid of that anger. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm over it. As long as I release it, I'm over it. And that is like a child nature. It is what it is. Like, take the good with the bad.
And that's the sun.
Being the arrogant, I guess.
No, it's not
trait.
the arrogant. It's
Or
just
the
your
personality
personality.
trait.
It's your ego.
Is that
Again,
because the sun is like the largest, and that's, I guess, no? That's
I think
Because
I think it's
everything revolves around it.
yes, everything can resolve around it, and it also represents the month you were born.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you become your sun sign, the month you were born. And then you have Mercury, which is how you communicate to other people, how you express yourself in that of communication and nature. Then you have your Venus sign, which is how you love and express that love as well to, family, friends, whomever, your relationships. And then you have your Mars, which is how you take action and initiative. How you come across when angered, what angers you, how you express that anger, as well as your sex drive. What else? Jupiter is the planet of expansion. I think it's fortune and luck as well.
Okay.
So depending on which planet that one goes into your life, that's where it's the most illuminated, and what you're good at. Then you have Saturn, which is limitations and restrictions, and how you are responsible in life, how you manage your money and all those financial things. Uranus, I believe, is how unique you are, how different you are from other people. Neptune is the planet of spirituality, dreams, intuition, and then Pluto is the planet of death, transformation. and rebirth.
So that's your zodiac after you die.
No.
In the afterlife. That's your zodiac in the afterlife.
So actually your Pluto is actually, I would say, is more of a generational zodiac sign. So it changes, like, I think every 20, 25 years. I don't know how long a generation is. I think it's 20 years. So millennials have the sign of Scorpio as their Pluto, which is death and transformation. Think about it. We are the last generation to experience childhood before technology,
Right.
while also transitioning to technology and social media and all that
Right,
stuff.
right.
That's death and transformation, as well as the AIDS epidemic. You know, that started around in the early 80s, which began the millennial generation as well.
Not to mention everyone's eating Tide Pods nowadays. So hopefully the next sign that Pluto goes into will be very nice for human race. Yes. Stop eating Tide Pods.
And then again, your rising sign is just how you see yourself, your identity, how you perceive the world, you know, how you interact with others on a first time basis, job interviews, social gatherings, parties, you know, even going to a supermarket. I don't know if you randomly talk to someone, but they're not going to know who your sun sign is. They're going to see the rising sign instead because it's a mask you wear, right? You don't show your most inner self to someone or your personality or your humor to someone random. You're just poised and, you know, you are who you are.
This is true.
So that's the general aspect of all your planets and what they mean.
Okay, so do you consider astrology to be a form of witchcraft?
Yes, it's a
Yes.
form of divination, which has to do with fortune telling. So that you have astrology, you have tarot cards, which is what I also do, and you have palmistry. Palmistry I have not gotten into yet. I do
what
have
you
a
read
book
the
at
palm,
home.
right?
Right. I do have a book at home, but I'm not crazy about the book. But I think it's interesting. You know, the lines that supposedly have a story that it tells on your palm and stuff like that. So I think eventually, not now, not anytime soon, I may get into that as well.
Is all witchcraft bad or evil?
It depends on the person.
Depends on the witch that is doing it.
Yes.
So if a bad witch was giving astrology information or something like that, would that be bad? That would be
It
evil
depends
your
on
part?
her intentions. If she's using it to, let's say, for example, psychics. There's some gypsies that are psychics, right?
Right.
What I think they'll do, because I'm basing it off my experience, I do think that psychics are in fact gifted. I do think they're real. I do think that they know what they're talking about. What I don't agree with is that sometimes I think that they take your vulnerability and use it to their advantage to get
True.
more and more money out of you.
Every
Because they
time.
feel like you need the help.
Okay.
And I'm sure what they do doesn't come at, you know, I'm sure it takes a lot of time and energy from the things that they're doing. You know, I've had some crazy things happen to me where I've seen a psychic and I've done spiritual cleansing, and the things that she did to me was just out of this world.
Really?
But inevitably, you know, eventually the prices kept going up and up. And I'm like,
Was
no.
it working? Whatever she was
Let me
doing?
tell you. So when I was around 26, 27, I went to see a psychic. And I was going through so much. I was in a very abusive relationship at the time. It was very toxic. And I needed some help. I've been to therapy. I've taken antidepressants. It was just not working for me. So I went to her and she's like, yeah, you know, your chakras need to be aligned and blah, 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 blah. You have a lot of dark energy around you. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I was just really depressed. I was just, whatever, I'll do it. So she goes to me, okay, we're going to do a cleanse tomorrow. I said, okay. She goes, bring an egg from your house. So I said, okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. So bring an egg. I give it to her. Now, and this is true. If you go on YouTube, you can look this up. She did an egg cleanse. So what that is she had me lay down. She had me think of your chakras. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what your chakras are.
Like the crystals and shit.
They're not so
No.
much crystals. They're so each body
They're like
part.
pressure points.
They're
Right?
kind of yes and no. I don't know how to explain.
There's certain
it.
spots.
There's certain aspects of yourself that's deeply rooted that can be inactive or active. So it controls different parts of your body. So you have the heart chakra. So if you're blocked to love, you're probably not getting love in your life, or there's too much negative energy around you. You have your crown chakra, which represents your evil eye. Your throat chakra, maybe you're not communicating or you're overly communicated. Things could be stimulated within your body.
So the cleanse is gonna clear that out, so you can receive.
You're gonna hit
So I
factory
guess restart,
factory
reset,
reset. Factory
right.
factory
Wow.
You
reset.
might need a cleanse, my friend.
Very interesting.
What happened?
Oh, that's the.
I
okay.
see. Okay.
So yeah, she's like, we'll do this. So she'll bring an egg. I'm like, all right. So I'm laying down. She goes, think of your chakra. So when you're meditating, what she would do is she would tell me to think of each color, because each chakra has its own color, and you would meditate on that color and things that are similar to that color. So if you're thinking of purple, you would think of grapes. I would think of Prince. I love Prince. I would think, yes, and he's a Scorpio rising, just like me too. And so I would do that, right? So I'm laying down. All of a sudden, she goes to me. She's putting the egg over me, like just not on top of me, but just like over me, right?
Just hovering.
hovering.
The egg is hovering over you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of a sudden she goes, push. I'm like, what? She goes, push like you're having a baby. I said to her, I've never had a baby
What
before.
the
She goes, we just push. I was like, okay, so I'm doing it. And I felt really weird doing it. She then, hold on. She gets, no, listen to this, bro. This fucking guy.
Another egg.
He's not good at math.
He's not that good at math. He
Not
doesn't
good at
know
math.
where babies come from.
Bro, I ain't mother
That's
hen,
another
man.
episode. No. So you were pushing. You were
Yes.
pushing.
She then cracks the egg open and it's black inside. Mind
fuck outta
you,
here.
I'm not kidding
The
you.
egg that you brought?
Yeah, the egg I brought home.
From home.
Yeah, wait.
From home.
From home.
Did she boil it?
No.
She just held it.
We were in a room just like this one.
And were you watching her with the egg to make
Yeah.
sure she that's fucking crazy.
Like, I'd open my eyes and stuff. She had the egg over me. I felt her do it over me. Like, I would have known if she walked away, I'd open my eyes.
Right.
She didn't. She literally, that motherfucker was black.
That's crazy.
And I took a picture of myself that
Was
day.
the yellow part of the egg black or was the white
no,
part?
no, no. The yellow and the white, the
Yolk.
yolk and the white part was still there. It was just black. It was just. No, it
What-
was the
what was
yolk
black?
and it was the yolk and the white part was black. So
Oh,
it was
both. So it was a
both.
full
It was
black.
both. She told me, she goes, there was something growing inside of you that probably would have put you on a different path and not a good one. And she told me, and at that time, I remember I had bruises all over my legs, and I would wake up like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Because I'm telling you, like, sometimes I'm clumsy. Like, you'll see me, if you know me, you'll see sometimes I lose my balance or I'll knock into shit. I don't know why. And I would remember where I would get these bruises from. It was to the point where it would start from my shin, work his way up. When I was seeing her, they got bigger, and the biggest one was right here. So it kept coming further and further up. So she goes, she actually told me, she's like, this is why she had me do the egg cleanse. She goes, there's something attacking you at night. Now, in demonology, there's something called an incubus.
Oh, I know those. Yeah.
So an incubus is a demon that actually rapes women at night.
Yeah.
And she told
Oh
me,
no, no,
this is
no.
what's
Never
happening
mind.
to you.
Never mind.
This is what she told me. I'm just going by what she said. After she did the egg cleanse, though, I'm not gonna lie, the bruises disappeared. I don't.
Just like that?
Just like that. I never, unless I knew where it came from, I never got those mysterious bruises ever again. I kid you not.
Crazy.
And I took a picture of myself that day, and my face was absolutely glowing. Like after, yeah, I just happened to take a selfie, and like I was radiant.
What do you think gives the people like that doctor, witch doctor, or whatever, fortune teller? What exactly gives those gifts to like perform that type of?
To be honest, sometimes I think a lot of it is probably hereditary. It's like traditional.
Gotcha.
It's passed down. I actually did meet a woman who has her own psychic shop in Edison, and you know, she told me I heard her on the phone, and she was talking about how, oh yeah, she was talking about doing readings and stuff. I said, oh, you do readings? She goes, yeah. She goes, I'm a psychic. I said, oh, I do readings too. And she asked me, do you get your talents from family, or you just decided to just learn? I said, no, I just decided to take up on it. She goes, oh, mine is family based. I get mine, from lineage. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I think most psychics get it from lineages. I don't think they actually go and, take a course. I don't think that's how it works.
That was my next question. So you are a witch.
Okay, so witch is very
what is
very
a witch?
broad.
What is
A witch could be anyone who
black magic?
No.
Deals with black magic?
No. Not all witches are, Satan worshippers and do black magic to harm other peoples. You have Wiccans that, believe in the law of three. They believe in karma and they don't harm other people. It's kind of more of a self-care kind of, philosophy. Incorporating more natural, holistic ways to, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And, it's just, to me, it's more of a self-personal kind of relationship you have with nature and with spirits and, using its energy and all that stuff. It's just manifesting and manipulating the energies around you.
So I could tell the guys in the backyard to stop making a bonfire for you, because we were gonna
I like
the
fire. I'm a
deuces
fire
down.
sign.
we were gonna end you today if you were an evil witch.
That's fine.
So from astrology to witchism, what was the transition? What was the transition? How did that come about?
I'm sorry, you have to repeat that again.
From astrology to witchism, Wiccanism,
I mean witchcraft.
witchcraft.
Okay.
What was the transition? What led you into that?
That's a good question because I did start off with astrology first. I've always been intrigued by the whole witchcraft thing. I think witchcraft women who were in witchcraft, those that were, burned at the stake, I think they were just ahead of their time. Women were not allowed to voice their opinions. They were not allowed to be educated or do anything, and they just stuck up for themselves. They did things at their own leisure. They did things that benefited them and to help those around. And of course, it was men who went against them. I mean, the Maleficarum was written by two men who basically wrote a book on how to catch a witch when they never caught one themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then you had stupid people that would go and use this book to burn witches and make profit out of it. It was unbelievable, putting these poor people's lives at stakes. And it wasn't just women, it was men too, and children. If you had any form of proof of doing any such type of magic or anything ritualistic, you were burned at the stake.
They would say like if a woman couldn't conceive a child, she was probably a witch. And
yeah, they had a bunch of ridiculous things. If you had a certain birthmark or a mole, which is called a witch's teeth, I mean, you were persecuted. If you didn't know how to swim, if they pushed you, in the river and you didn't know how to swim,
Can you swim, Mark?
you weren't a drink.
So if you black,
burn
you getting burned. That's it.
You getting burnt.
We can't swim. We can't swim.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't swim.
Dang.
So,
No, but if you do know how to swim, then yes, you get burned.
Oh,
That's how they
shit.
did it.
Swim away.
So it's sink or swim, bitch.
Yeah.
Like you die or you don't. And if you don't die, you're gonna die anyway. So you can kind of choose how you want to die at that point.
Damn.
But yeah, that's just how it was.
Okay. So the witch switch. Let's get into it. How did this come about? How did it start? What is it about?
So the witch switch, right now is about astrology and tarot. I'm doing my readings there. I have my own podcast and I talk about different things.
That's a proper name, by the way. The witch
Yeah.
switch.
Thank you. I actually thought of that last minute.
Yes,
So
good.
I gave myself a week to think of a name because prior to that, I originally had a name, but due to copyright issues, I couldn't use it. So I had.
You the official witch switch.
I'm the official. So I gave myself a week to think of something, and every day I was writing stuff down. I asked Alberto and my cousin to help me with names, and I felt like, their suggestions weren't bad, but I felt it was too Hollywood. Like a Hollywood aesthetic. People think of witchcraft like, hocus pocus, pointy hats, broomsticks, and I don't want to fall into that kind of genre because a witch could be anyone, and I want my viewers to no matter who they are, if they're in military, if they're an older generation, baby boomers, if they're fucking 16 years old, if a male in a corporate office, I don't give a shit. If you feel you can kind of relate to what I'm talking about, you can be a witch, you could be whomever you want.
Wait, men can be witches or
Warlocks, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying?
It's 2021.
No, I just
So
A witch can be a warlock and a warlock can be a witch.
What about
Actually.
Oh wait. So what about if you're like a transgender?
Can you be a witch?
Can
Of
you?
course
Are you?
you
Are you
can.
split down the middle? Both warlock, witch.
Whatever you identify as.
What are you then?
That's what you are.
A trans witch.
Yeah. No.
A trans witch.
No?
No, listen.
Trans witch.
Listen, if you were born a man and you turned into a woman, then you're a witch. If you were born a woman and you want to become a man,
But
you're a
no,
warlock.
it doesn't work though. You're still a man.
Switch. Witch.
Oh,
Because you're switching.
Oh no.
That's a good one.
Stupid bitch.
So yeah,
No.
back to the witch switch.
Wait. So are you saying?
What?
What are you saying? That's like the reverse of her name.
That's, you're a grandmaster. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on.
What was the question again?
The witch switch. We're talking about the witch switch.
Yes. the
Your
witch
name.
switch.
Why,
So, yeah, my
why
name.
did we come up? Why did we decide to?
So I decided to do research. I went into actually Spotify and I was seeing what other witch podcasts there
Ooh,
were out there.
copyrights.
Right? So I'm looking and some people had some clever names, right? So instead of thinking about what what my channel can be about, I started kind of taking one thing and adding another. So I'm looking at these ideas and I'm like, okay, witch, bitch. I kind of like that.
Dang, I like that one.
I'm a bit of a bitch, so why can I incorporate that? So so I'm looking and I see some cool ones, and then I'm thinking of switch, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I'm a witch all the time, like like I said, I got a lot of Gemini placements, so I'm adaptable. So all right, witch, like, you know, when you put on the bitch switch, you know, so I'm like, oh, witch switch, how about that? Like, you know, like you just snap a finger and voila, I turn into something, you know, like a puff of smoke comes out of there. I should do that, actually.
You
know,
should.
we should get one of those fog machines.
You should.
Right there. You know, I dream a genie.
Oh, shit.
Copyright.
Copyright too. We're getting canceled.
Copyright.
We're getting shut down.
So yeah, that's where it came about, and it was literally like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, oh shit, and that's when everything started coming about.
How long ago was that?
Probably a month and a half ago.
Oh, so fresh.
Very recent, yeah. This is very recent.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there that if anybody wants to watch episodes of Witch Switch, they are available now to watch on Mobfeed TV. It's a streaming app that's available on Apple, Android, smart TVs, you name it. If you can download,
Yeah. Take it to go. If you're one of my fellow New Yorkers that take the train and go to work, you can go on Spotify, Anchor, whomever you listen to, and you can listen to me on the go.
That's cool.
What exactly do
That's
you
cool.
want to talk about on there? What is that?
She's a little
Keep it
hysterical over there.
together. We're professionals.
know why I said Android.
I do.
But you.
I was gonna say something about that.
I know why you said it.
I am an Android.
So what exactly is the Witch Switch about? What are you talking about?
Currently, like I said, what I'm currently trying to do is incorporate video and audio to go live all at once.
Gotcha.
And once I get video going, well, I do have video going. I have my, my tarot readings on Mobfeed currently.
So the terrorists, people can call in to you actually, and or you
Well,
just do, like,
no,
in
they're
general?
generals. So the difference between me and other tarot readers is that I do general and extended on Mobfeed for free. I don't charge.
Dope.
I'd rather get a following. So those that are watching, please follow me. And eventually what I'm doing is going to be like a view-like theme. I bought furniture. I had like a coffee table and chairs set up. So, I want to have guest people on there as well. People, of the zodiac sign or anything, talk about
up there.
astrology or witch-related stuff. And, I want to incorporate a little bit of herbalism,
Okay.
certain things you can do if,
Yeah, that
like
herbal.
teas. So I've been getting
herbal
into
book is
teas
crazy.
a lot, and I drink like almost every night. I drink a tea that can help me with my dreams, and it actually works. Like I get some bizarre
Oh, I could teach you about that.
shit. Yeah.
Nope, there's some
No, she gave me-
interesting
for real,
stuff.
though.
Don't
she
you have
gave me that
raisins to
tea.
eat?
She gave me that tea one night
Uh-huh.
as like you be my guinea pig type shit. And I was like, all right. So I drank the fucking tea. Later that night, I went home and I had some lucid ass dreams.
That was my next question. Okay, so
Crazy.
as far as that, like that whole crossing over to the spiritual world or tripping out type stuff, do you experiment? Can I ask you?
Go ahead.
Is that legal?
What are you
Do
gonna?
you indulge in any type of anything that would
Holistic.
that would make you like hallucinate or anything like that, or trip out or anything like
Are you
that?
talking about acid? Talking about DMT?
Anything? Have you ever experienced in your younger years? Of course, not recently.
Yeah,
anything that made you,
No. Just marijuana.
gotcha.
Just marijuana. That was
Okay.
it. I never look. I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
Gemini,
We
know,
fuck up and
we
stay
overthink
over
a
there.
lot.
And stay
So
over there.
having that as my moon sign, which is my interpersonal thoughts and emotions, like I analyze my emotions. It takes a while for me to feel them. So in my mind, I process the scenario and I'll think about it.
Yeah.
And then, if I do experience emotion, it's more out of anger.
Gotcha.
So, no, when I was younger, I just did marijuana. And at that time, I wasn't really spiritual. So I can't even tell you if I experienced anything weird.
Gotcha, yeah. From like stuff like interviews and stuff that I've been seeing, I see like people say through like hallucinogens and like even through yoga they were saying that you can like sometimes like trip out and like
I guess because of the positions that you put your body in and all the blood rushing to your head and all that, I could see that being a factor. I mean, it could be something else as well. I don't really practice or do yoga. I'm more interested in like a little bit of the divination and incorporating some of that stuff into my life and being a better person. I do this because I want to learn about myself and who I am and build up my strength and not be so reactive. Because I feel like emotional intelligence is the highest form of intelligence you can acquire. So once you have that, nothing can bother you. Nothing can stick. People's opinions, everything that happens in your life, you could see in a positive aspect. And that is what I'm trying to gain. It will take time. some habits are really hard to die. But it's a goal of mine. So, and I know myself, and I will achieve them.
All right, 2 more questions.
Hey.
What is your thoughts on the afterlife? I want to get your perspective, your thoughts. What do you think the afterlife is? After we pass, after the switch is done and gone. What do you have to look forward to?
Wait, so you mean like once I die, like once I'm
Yes.
not here physically anymore?
Yes. Does your soul come out of your body and go into? Well, is it?
Yeah, do you come back as like a pigeon, tiger? Like what's the deal?
What's a pigeon? What's a pigeon tiger?
No, I said a pigeon or like a tiger.
Oh, a pigeon
whatever.
or a tiger.
Pick one.
I thought you
Pick
said
one.
pigeon tiger.
Or
That'll be a sick hybrid.
That'd be a fucking
Imagine
crazy.
a pigeon with claws.
A pigeon tiger?
Pigeons do have
Holy
claws.
shit! No, I'm saying like with tiger claws.
Oh, it's crazy.
That'd be insane. You get mauled out of nowhere.
A cat that can fly? Fuck that.
I'll get Aquarius rising, bro.
So wait, we did finish up Marv's birth chart, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
got
weak.
So now-
No,
we got a gist of
your
it.
thoughts on afterlife? What do you
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know. I believe in a little bit of everything. I do believe in a heaven and a hell. I do believe in reincarnation.
Okay.
I do believe that, maybe sometimes we just keep coming back as ourselves and keep, learning the lessons we need to learn until we actually learn them. I do believe in different types of relationships, soulmates, karmic relationships, twin flames. I do believe that these are the people that are meant to be in your life to direct you in the path you're supposed to be in, to teach you the lessons you need to know, to learn, so you can improve and expand.
Okay.
Okay?
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we alone?
No.
What else is out there?
Life.
I think there's something definitely different.
Little
I mean,
green
if you go back, if you want to call it that, I mean, if you go back in history and even the architecture that still remains in this
Hieroglyphics.
world, that or the Stonehenge in England, all of those things, the pyramids.
Okay, so you were on that. You must have
Of
saw an
course.
episode.
No, I watched a little bit of History Channel.
Is the Earth flat or round?
Oh,
say the right thing.
shit.
Make sure you say
Don't
the right
do
thing.
it. Don't do it.
Say the right thing.
The Earth is actually cubed.
The Earth is a freaking triangle. Let's go.
You know what? I'm not gonna even
Okay,
give an
perfect.
opinion.
No answer is better than answer.
You know why? It's Illuminati, right? The Earth is a triangle. We got it. We're good.
Before we wrap this up, start giving them your handles. Where can they reach you? Where can they watch the show?
Okay.
All that good stuff. One question?
No. It's on the banner. There's her Instagram
Oh,
right there on the
production
banner.
We got it.
up.
We got it.
Her Instagram handle is right here.
Oh.
Is it
Perfect.
just IG or are you on?
No,
any
I've
others?
Instagram for now. I haven't inquired to YouTube yet, but once I do, I'll announce it.
Okay.
I have my own podcast on Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and I also have an email. So if anyone wants a private reading, just reach out to the witchswitch10@gmail.com.
Which 10?
Witchswitch10@gmail.com. You tell me what you want to know, your questions, and I will charge because it's going to take me some time to do. But if you don't want to pay, you can also go into Mofi, check out my videos. They're pretty general, and like I said, you could download it on your phone or on your TV, and stay tuned. A lot of great things are coming. Joey's going to be a guest. We're going to talk about dreams because he knows how to lucid. So we're going to be going into that, and beauty products and all that stuff in between. So it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of conspiracy and a lot of cool things, So I'm really looking forward to it.
Definitely gotta check that
And if you guys want to check it out, also quick links are in the description. Her Anchor, Spotify, and her Instagram handles are all in the
I'll be on
description
my
below.
ass.
Make sure you like, subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So does
And
that
I
conclude?
think that concludes our episode. We're going
All
to
right.
end it with the traditional toast. So, Grandmaster, take it away.
All right. Here's to testing negative and staying positive. Salute.
Salute.
Fuck Virgos.
Pisces.
Was that a COVID cheers? You a stupid bitch.
I love ya.
Good night.
Peace out.
Later.